Hello there everybody, this is madeupshaheer back at it again with another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be about makeup brushes, my favorites, both face and eyes. I did a poll on my Instagram, which if you're not following my Instagram, it's going to be right here. I asked you guys whether you wanted a video on my favorite lipsticks or my favorite makeup brushes, and the option for my favorite makeup brushes won, so here I am. Before we get into my favorite makeup brushes though, I would really love it if you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you're subscribed, to click on the notification bell button. That would help me a lot. I am doing consistent uploads these days and I would not want you guys to miss any of the content because it's going to be really good, if I say so myself. Alright then, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So I'm gonna start off with foundation brushes, and I have 5 foundation brushes that I absolutely love, and they're a mixture of high-end and drugstore. Well, not drugstore, but like affordable. So let's get into it one by one. The first one is the Real Techniques. This is their sculpting brush. This brush originally is designed for contour and for carving your cheeks, but the density and the fibers of this are perfect for foundation. It's very soft and it is just the right density for foundation. This was my first foundation brush and I absolutely love this, both for foundation and concealer, because this can get right into the, you know, the corners of your under eyes, and it's a really good brush. So if you can get your hands on this, it's really nice. The next brush I'm going to talk about is the F80 Kabuki brush by Sigma Beauty. This is one of the most famous foundation brushes there are in the market, and rightfully so, because this brush is amazing for foundation. It has a very dense bristle pattern. Bristles are really soft, they're synthetic, and they get the job done really quick. It's like a big brush and you can, you know, just pounce it on top of your skin just like you would your beauty blender, and it gives you a really seamless foundation finish. If you guys want a discount on any of Sigma Beauty products, you can get a discount using my code. The link to it and the code will be in my description box. Moving on, the third brush is the Beautify by Amna bronzer brush from their premium brush set. This is the brush. Probably thinking, Shaheer, are you okay? Satyage ho kya? But really, this brush for foundation is so amazing, especially if you're using really you know, liquidy foundations. This one does the job so wonderfully. It really buffs the foundation into your skin. I use it just like you would use, you know, a regular blending brush, like your eyeshadow blending brush. I just swirl it on my face, and the finish that this gives me is magnificent. It gives me a similar finish to a beauty blender, and I just really enjoy using this. I also love using this for concealer right underneath the eye. Just tap it in with a really light pressure and it does the job wonderfully. Love this brush. The next brush is the Entice Cosmetics Kabuki brush. This brush is very similar to the Sigma F80 Kabuki. If you're on a budget and you cannot afford the Sigma one, this is a great dupe for that. It's not as dense and as big as the Sigma one, but it's very similar when it comes to finish, and this is a great foundation brush. The last brush is the Beautify by Amna Pro Liquid Foundation brush. It comes in their Pro Face set. Now, this kind of brush is really beneficial when you're a working makeup artist. It works really neatly underneath the eyes for concealer or just applying foundation all over. It also really helps getting right into the nooks and crannies of the face. It's a great brush, and I actually really appreciated this when I used this on my clients. I don't use this as much on myself, but on clients this is a godsend. Absolutely love it. Moving on from foundation brushes, let's get into bronzer, blush, and highlighter brushes. Most of them are actually from Beautify by Amna from their new Pro Face set. Let's talk about them. The first one is the angled blush brush from the Pro Face set. This is the FP304 brush. This is very similar to the Morphe angled brushes, and the quality is the exact same, if not better. These do shed a little bit. Now, they're not shed free, but for the price, this whole set is really nice. I use this brush for contour from time to time or just blush. Next is my favorite bronzer brush, which is the FP303 Beautify by Amna brush. I used this brush in my previous challenge video and you might have seen it. This is just a really good brush for bronzer because I really like, you know, that really diffused bronze look, and this gives me that, and because it's so big, it really gets the job done quick. and it's affordable, so 5 stars for this one. For contour, my favorite brush is this contour brush from Real Techniques. This is dirty, it has eyeshadow in it from when I did some creative looks, but this is a great brush for contour. It just fits right into the hollow of your cheek, and a great brush. Moving on to my favorite highlighter brush, and that is the Real Techniques setting brush. This brush is just wonderful for highlighter. It is compact, just the right size, perfect shape. The bristles are really nice, and it's just overall a great highlighter brush. I don't like it when highlighter brushes are too big, so this is just the perfect size for me, and it does the job perfectly. Love the setting brush from Real Techniques. I usually use a sponge for under eye setting, but when I'm using a brush, my favorite is the tapered face brush from Beautify by Amna. This is really nice for under eyes. I actually saw Tahleel, if you know Tahleel from Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel. She uses this brush all the time, and the first time I saw this brush was actually with her. I met her and she was like, you need to try this brush for setting your under eyes, and I am a believer because this is really, really nice. It's really soft and it applies just the right amount of setting powder and makes your under eyes look flawless. I used this today and it is a really good brush. Another under eye brush is the Sigma Spotlight Duster F37 brush. This is just like the Beautify by Amna brush, but the bristles are a bit longer, and it's a bit more floppy. If you can see, like it's like really floppy. And this brush is meant to be for highlight, but I feel like this is too big for highlight. Like your whole cheek will be highlighted this way, but it's really nice for, you know, dusting off your under eye bake or just lightly setting your under eyes when I want a really natural look and I don't want the full, like, you know, baked shebang. I use this with a little bit of powder and I just, you know, press it underneath the eyes, and it gives me a really soft but set under eye look, and I love this brush. Last but not the least with face brushes is the Beautify by Amna highlighter brush. I don't know who told them this would be a good highlighter brush, because who would use this for highlight? Not me. But what I use this brush for is for baking. It's really, really sharp, so it really, you know, gives you that cut cheek. And if you want a really sharp nose contour, you can just bake using this brush, and it works wonderfully. This brush is amazing. Let's get straight into eye brushes. I'm gonna start with blending brushes, and the first one I have here is the 207 brush from Beautify by Amna. This one is a large fluffy blending brush. You can use this for transitions. It's very similar to the E40 brush from Sigma if you've used that one, but this one is really affordable. It comes in their eye premium set, and it's honestly a bit better shape wise than the E40. This one is a bit more fluffy and it really lays down the transition shade beautifully. A great brush. Another really good transition shade brush is the M441 from Morphe. The reason I don't like this one as much as I like the Beautify by Amna one is after a few washes, this one gets really scratchy. It's just not to keep for long, but it's a good brush nonetheless. My favorite crease brush is the 228 brush from Zoeva. This one is dirty, but this is a really, really good brush. I've had these brushes, like my Zoeva brushes, for around 3 years now, and they still haven't gotten scratchy. I've washed them countless times and they're just as good as new, maybe even softer than they were before. And the best brushes you can get are from Zoeva. They are a bit pricey, but they're so worth the price. They are really, really good quality, and they stay with you for a long, long time in pristine condition even after washing. So I cannot recommend these enough. This was in the On Taupe set from Zoeva, and that's the set I have, and all the brushes in it are impeccable. I have 3 brushes from this set in my favorites, so yeah, this is one of them, the 228. Next blending brush is again from Zoeva. This is the 227. This is another crease brush. It's great for, you know, patting color in the outer corner or in the crease. It is a flat version of the 228 and it's really, really nice. Again, can't say enough good things about this. Amazing quality, amazing brush. The next crease brush we have is the Morphe M330. This is the brush up close. This is a really good brush again for the crease. Really tapered from the top, as you can see, so it really gets right into the crease. And if you have deep set eyes, this would be really, really good for you because you can get right into the crease of your eye and, you know, deposit color. This didn't get any worse after washing, so I really recommend this one. This is the M330 from Morphe. Next up is the RP103 brush from Beautify by Amna. This is again a crease brush, but this one is really petite. It's really good for precise blending, which Beautify by Amna actually has two really good brushes for precise blending. This is one of them, and it's a great brush for that purpose. The next brush is the EP203 brush from Beautify by Amna. This is a wide bristled version of the same brush that we just talked about. This is in their Eye Premium brush set. Really great brush for precise blending, or if you have small eyes, this is a must-have. I wish I had like 10 of these. I'm probably gonna ask them to send me more or buy another brush set just for this brush. This is probably my favorite brush I have, other than the E36 by Sigma, which we're gonna get into. But this is a great blending brush. If you want really precise blend, this is wonderful. The most precise of the blending brushes that I have, this is the E36 by Sigma. If you know anyone on Instagram who does precise blending, they probably use this brush. It is so good to just get right into the crease or on the lower lash line. A wonderful brush, and if you are into makeup or you're into really, you know, intricate makeup looks, you need this brush. So this is the Sigma E36. Moving into flat brushes for the lid, my first one is a no-name brush from Chase Up, which is a departmental store. They make their own brushes, and this is my favorite brush for cutting the crease. It's super precise, and I have 2 or 3 backups. If you have a Chase Up in your city, you need to go there and get this. This is what it looks like up close. You guys need this brush. It's so cheap. It was only around like I think 50 rupees per brush. Go to Chase Up and get this. Next, for applying shadow on the lid, the Real Techniques Detailer brush is really nice. Brush that you can use to apply shadow on your lid or to apply inner corner highlight. Really love this brush. Another one of my favorites for applying shadows to the lid is the Nire Beauty Flat Shader brush. Nire Beauty is a UK based brand, and they have beautiful brushes. This is one of them. Absolutely love it. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so we're getting to the end of our favorites. My favorite eyebrow brush is the number 14 brush from Anastasia. This brush is so precise, so damn precise. It's really expensive. I talked about this in my previous video as well. It's really expensive, but it is so worth it in my opinion, especially when you're working on clients or you're doing really, you know, snatched Instagram eyebrows, or if you want to do really fluffy and realistic looking eyebrows, you can draw hair strokes with this. It's that precise, and I just cannot say enough good things about this brush either. It's amazing. It's really good. You need it. If you can afford it, go ahead, buy it. This is the number 14 brush from Anastasia. The lower lash line, I really love this E15 flat definer brush from Sigma Beauty. You can just really get into your lower lash line right against your waterline and deposit color. It's a really good brush. The last brush that I have for us today is 317 eyeliner brush from Zoeva. This is also included in the On Taupe set, and I absolutely love this. This is my favorite eyeliner brush. I've been using this for 3 years almost now, and it's still brand new. If you struggle with wing liner, this brush will do the work for you. It's just so easy to work with, and it's really thin and precise. If you have a hard time with wing liner, you need to get this brush. This is the 317 from Zoeva. Alright guys, so that was it for this video. These are some of the brushes that I use on a daily basis, and I've been using them for a long time, so I really know they work, and I 100% stand by them, adore them, love them to bits. They are my babies, and I'm pretty sure you'll love them too. If you get any of these brushes, please let me know. I would love to hear about them and know what you think about them. I'm pretty sure you'll love them, but still, do let me know. So that's it for this video, you guys. Before leaving, please like this video and leave me a comment. I am still a growing YouTube channel, and every bit of reassurance acts as motivation for me. So please take a second to leave a comment and a like. But this time, this is it. Bye-bye.